Thank you, Alon, and good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about key components to ensure pharmaceutical quality. But before I begin, I want to share with you a motto that we have in my office, and that's everyone deserves confidence in their next dose of medicine, and pharmaceutical quality assures the availability, safety, and efficacy of every dose. From our perspective, pharmaceutical quality is not just one thing, it's an array. At a minimum, it includes quality management, process quality, and product quality, as you can see in the center of the slide. The FDA assesses drug product quality and applications, and we monitor pharmaceuticals in the U.S. market to ensure that each dose is safe and effective and free of contamination and defects. This gives patients confidence in every dose they take. Process quality is controlling manufacturing risk to provide a quality drug product, from the raw materials to the packaged product. This is what gives manufacturers confidence at every batch they release to the market. The FDA assesses process quality and applications, and we monitor and inspect facilities manufacturing for the U.S. market. Then mature quality management, on the other hand, uses a performance and patient focus to identify areas of improvement and implement changes accordingly. This is what gives manufacturers confidence that every batch they make will be acceptable to release to the public, now or years from now. The Office of Pharmaceutical Quality's mission at the FDA is to ensure that quality medicines are available to the American public. And this mission is fueled by two implicit beliefs: that medicine should be of high quality and that medicines should be available. So to start my presentation, I'd like to provide first an explanation of the Office of Pharmaceutical Quality, or we refer to it as OPQ. And it's in FDA's Center for Drug Evaluation and Research, or CDER. Then I'm going to talk about the importance of quality communication and quality innovation in ensuring that quality drugs are available to the American public. So CDER established the Office of Pharmaceutical Quality in early 2015 to give the center one quality voice, creating a uniform drug quality program across all sites of manufacture. This means that OPQ oversees domestic and foreign manufacturing and every type of human drug product, including new and generic drugs, biologics and biosimilars, as well as over-the-counter drugs. So OPQ's core functions can be broken down to assessment, inspection, surveillance, policy, and research. And all of these functions work in harmony to provide regulatory oversight across the globe and across the life cycle of drug products. OPQ's strategic pillars of collaboration, communication, engagement, and innovation support these core functions. Collaboration strengthens OPQ's culture and relationships with FDA business partners. Communication allows OPQ to elevate awareness and commitment to the importance of pharmaceutical quality. And innovation works to promote the availability of better medicines for the American public, while engagement forges partnerships and connections with public stakeholders. In order to advance our field and the way we work, OPQ recently underwent a reorganization. Our new organization structure, shown in this slide, increases our ability to respond to changes in the evolving workload, complexity of pharmaceutical supply chains, and public health emergencies. Currently, I'm serving as OPQ's Acting Deputy Director for Science and have 5 offices reporting to me. That's on the right-hand side of the slide. And with the reorganization, we created 3 new assessment offices. The offices of Product Quality Assessment 1 through 3, where staff will focus on the entire life cycle of a drug product, from IND to NDA to ANDA to all the post-approval changes after approval. These offices have divisions comprised of both ANDA and NDA units. The offices of Product Quality Assessment 1 and 2 focus on product quality assessment for small molecule products, and the Office of Product Quality Assessment 3 focuses on drug substance assessment for both large and small molecule products. The collective goal of these new offices are to improve the life cycle approach to quality assessment, enhance our skills and approaches, and increase consistency across product types and user fee programs. OPQ research staff from the Office of Testing and Research and the Office of Biotechnology Products have been consolidated into a singular new office, the Office of Pharmaceutical Quality Research, or OPQR, which you'll see on the left-hand side of the slide. They're highlighted in gold or yellow. And what this has done is brought our talented scientific experts together in a single office that will help us, and this helps us foster new collaborations and tackle emerging challenges. Staff in this office will perform drug quality surveillance testing and laboratory-based investigation to support OPQ and CDER for public health emergencies. This staff will also provide consults, collaborative research opportunities, and scientific training for FDA's employees. Change is an important part of evolution, and we in OPQ pride ourselves in creating a more agile, connected, and influential organization. I want to emphasize that OPQ's reorganization will have little to no impact on how we interact with industry. OPQ will continue to support the human drug user fee programs, including GDUFA for generics, PDUFA, and BSUFA for biosimilars. We will continue to interact with industry across these programs, and submissions and communications between parties will remain the same. For example, applicants will continue to communicate through the Regulatory Business Process Manager, or RBPM, assigned to their submission. We aim for consistency in industry interactions, creating a smooth and dependable experience for all those involved. So now I'd like to focus on OPQ's quality communication efforts as it relates to the generic drug program. OPQ puts out 2 public reports on an annual basis. One is our annual report on the state of pharmaceutical quality, which presents key data characterizing drug and manufacturing quality. Some key findings that I'd like to highlight in this report are that the number of surveillance inspections of human drug sites tripled from fiscal year 21 to 22. And CDER's site catalog has more than 4,800 manufacturing sites, with over 40% in the US. Of these drug manufacturing sites, 40% are in the no application sector, indicating that products manufactured at those sites are marketed in the US without approved FDA applications. So this sector includes over-the-counter, monograph products, marketed unapproved prescription drug products, as well as homeopathic products. The remaining 60% of sites manufacture at least one application product, including ANDA, an NDA, and a BLA. Furthermore, CDER's product catalog, which is an inventory of all registered products, contains over 140,000 application and non-application products, including more than 12,000 ANDAs, 3,500 NDAs, and 325 BLAs. The second public report is OPQ's newly released annual report, which describes our performance over the year. In 2023, OPQ performed the quality assessment of more than 1,100 product applications that were approved or tentatively approved. This includes 118 new drug applications, almost 1,000 generic drug applications, and 29 biologics license applications, including biosimilars. Notably, OPQ supported 55 novel drug approvals, products with new molecules not previously submitted to FDA. And this number includes 17 novel biotechnology products. These novel drugs were approved for treating a variety of conditions, including a rare genetic neurological disorder that affects brain development and anemia caused by chronic kidney disease. While all applications submitted under user fee programs are assessed using target timelines, OPQ expedites assessment to address critical public health needs. For example, to address drug shortages and rare or orphan diseases. OPQ performed 359 expedited quality assessments to address drug shortages and 28 priority assessments to address orphan diseases for which there are few, if any, treatment options. Although OPQ is responsible for ensuring that human drugs marketed in the U.S. meet quality standards, collaboration across the FDA is vital. OPQ supported several efforts related to the FDA User Fee Reauthorization Act of 2022, which includes GDF 3. We participated in negotiations leading to a commitment letter and developed policy materials, including guidances that you will hear more about from my OPQ colleagues today. OPQ's GDF 3 efforts help ensure that the American public has access to safe, effective, and high-quality generic drugs, with emphasis placed on high-quality communication, submission of high-quality applications, and availability of high-quality drug products. One example of high-quality communication is product-specific guidances, or PSGs. As I'm sure you're aware, product-specific guidances describe FDA's current thinking on types of studies suitable to support development and approval of high-quality generics. An example is cyclosporine ophthalmic emulsion. Over time, research developed a strong body of knowledge for this product, which led to not only the PSG publication, but also the approval of the first such generic in 2022. For certain types of generic products, such as cyclosporine and other complex products, the development of a PSG can be challenging. In general, complex products account for roughly 1 in every 4 products, with most of them in the non-oral categories. FDA internal labs, including OPQ's new Office of Pharmaceutical Quality Research, have been very active in working with OGD to develop scientific knowledge and evidence to support PSG development. I also want to acknowledge some of our GDF 3 policies where OPQ collaborated with OGD and others to develop. We've released draft guidance on facility readiness and goal date decisions, pre-submission facility correspondence, and reviews of drug master files in advance of an ANDA submission. These GDF 3 documents largely relate to how industry communicates with us and how we communicate with industry. We also released a public manual of policies and procedures, or what we call a MAP, on assessing reclassification requests for complete response letters with facility-based deficiencies. This map is also about being transparent and explaining how we make these sometimes difficult decisions. You will hear much more about policies related to generic drugs throughout this event. And in my next few slides, I will cover innovation. I'm going to focus on a concept needed to handle the rapidly evolving pharmaceutical manufacturing landscape. And that's our initiative related to quality management maturity, or QMM. QMM will not be covered elsewhere during this year's forum, so I want to make sure I highlight how this program is beneficial for improving supply chain quality. QMM aims to encourage drug manufacturers to implement quality management practices that go beyond cGMP requirements. Adopting mature quality management practices supports a more reliable drug supply chain by reducing the occurrence of quality-related failures. It can also improve the ability of establishments to maintain performance during expected and unexpected supply chain disruptions. It's important to understand that quality management maturity, or QMM, is not just one thing. It's actually an umbrella concept, and many elements fall underneath it. For example, quality metrics. They're a key aspect of a mature pharmaceutical quality system. But QMM is about much more than any one of these elements, and it entered the discussion in full in a 2019 cross-government report on drug shortages. This report identified root causes of drug shortages and potential enduring solutions. Specifically, it found that the market does not reward manufacturers for a mature quality system that focuses on continuous improvement and early detection of supply chain issues. And one recommended solution was developing a system to incentivize drug manufacturers to invest in achieving QMM at their facilities. Since the publication of this drug shortage report, consensus has been building on the importance of a QMM program. Most notably, in fiscal year 23, the Pharmaceutical Science and Clinical Pharmacology Advisory Committee voted unanimously that CDER should establish a QMM program to incentivize mature quality management practices. I want to point out that QMM can really be viewed as a rare win-win-win solution, as nearly everyone benefits: patients and consumers, industry, and FDA. It enables patients to have more reliable drug products, providing them more confidence in their next dose. It enables industry to continually improve, and it rewards so-called good actors in the market. And it enables the FDA to deploy surveillance and inspection tools more effectively. A cross-functional team to facilitate the development of the QMM rating program has been formed at FDA. And as we continue to build this innovative program, we will engage with stakeholders. Between October and March of 2022, CDER worked with third-party contractors who executed 2 pilot programs aimed at assessing the QMM of drug manufacturing establishments. And as a result, in January 2023, we published a white paper on the lessons we learned from these pilot programs. Then in August of 2023, CDER published another paper shown here in the middle of the slide. This paper outlines the focus areas for developing the protocol to assess the QMM of manufacturing establishments. In the fall of 2023, the FDA solicited comments on CDER's QMM program via a public docket, and the feedback received is informing the continued development of this program. And then most recently, as part of our continued public engagement, we announced a voluntary QMM prototype assessment protocol evaluation program. We received 20 requests to participate and have identified the 9 participants that we can accommodate. Through this evaluation program, industry participants and FDA QMM assessors can work together to drive proactive continual improvement in the pharmaceutical industry. In closing, let me share with you some of the quality-related topics you're going to hear about over the next 2 days. Here's a list of the topics covered by OPQ speakers. And as you listen to all of the presentations during this forum, I ask that you step back and consider for a moment just how much effort goes into developing and regulating generic drugs. Achieving pharmaceutical quality requires the commitment of regulators and manufacturers. Let's continue working together to assure quality medicines are available to patients. Thank you very much.